Welcome to the Bobby Couto Show, where we dive into the fascinating world of human experiences and excellence. With special guests, real-life anecdotes, and thought-provoking discussions. Get ready to unlock and tap into your absolute potential with your host, manifestation coach, Bobby Couto.
All right. Welcome to the show, brother. Welcome to the Bobby Couto Show.
Hey, I'm going to hit your mic.
That's all right, bro. You can hit the mic, bro.
It just looks very expensive.
We're just relaxing. We're just chilling in the studio. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. I really appreciate it. This is actually an opportunity. There's a reason why you're here, bro. You know, there's a method to this madness, you know, the show. And the show really is what I mentioned often, even when I'm talking to Vito, and it's the absolute, brother, right? So, you know, we
Vodka?
go... that too. We'll celebrate later.
All right.
But really talking about the concept of the absolute. And the absolute is what drives us to be what we are today, brother. You are a character. You are a brand. You are exactly the method of what I discuss when I tell people, you just need to be something. You need to pick a brand. You need to be something. And when you do, you live that brand. You feed that brand. Yeah. And bro, from start to finish, bro, I've been watching you for a long time, brother. Yeah, and I can see the development of that brand. Dude, and you're out there. You're pumping it. Dude, you're really moving the needle, bro. Like that's, and so when I do, you know what, dude, when I see this from somebody on the outside looking in, bro, and really looking at it from the business, I know, dude, I know it's your passion. I know you love it. I love this, but there's a business element to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, of course.
And I can see it, dude. I see how you brand. I see how you work it. And dude, it's inspiring, brother. It's inspiring. And I just want you to know the reason you're here is because you're an example of what the show is about. And that really is letting people know that you can be anything you want to be, but you just have to commit and drive yourself to be that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So welcome to the show, bro.
Well, thank you very much for that fucking amazing introduction.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Loco, YaBoiLoco TV, and all that. You say, gotta be on brand. You know
yeah, absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
But listen, man, I've seen, it's hard for me to like constantly know everyone and remember everyone type shit.
Sure.
I can swear, right?
Of course you can, dude. Yes, absolutely. Speak freely.
Yeah, so it's hard to remember everybody type shit. Like, but the people who interact with you the most on social media, that's the ones I remember. And like I'm like Bobby Couto. I'm like, and then you hit me up, hey, you want to do the show? I'm like, I've seen this name in my likes and my comments a few times. Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, let me go tap in with this guy. And you're like, yeah, I'm right down the street from you. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Right, seriously. And
I could have walked there. You know,
and it all works out, dude. But dude, on the other side of that coin, dude, you sound great, man. You're putting out some amazing content. You know, and I actually played it for some people, like just random, like, hey, what do you think of this? Not saying it. I'm like, wow, that's really hot, dude. That's really good. And you say to yourself, you know, I'm forever, bro. Like born and raised here, man. You know, and to be able to appreciate that from somebody who's from here, dude. Like you're killing it, man. The music is unbelievable. You're doing like these new age kind of. So you got to like this hip hop, heavy hip hop, but you got this groove, dude, and you rap and you rhyme, and it just. Bro, I'm old school, dude. It fits the bill, dude. It fits.
Yeah, you know, it's like, so as far as the music goes, like you said about being on brand, like, so when I've always made music and I've always struggled with what's the sound, right? And everybody that knows me, and you said character, right? Yes, I am a character, but the character is real life. This is not like some show. You know what I'm saying? This is not Hulk Hogan, and then in real life he's somebody else. You know what I'm saying? This is who I am all the time.
Absolutely.
And I've had to harness the brand and like mold it over the years.
Yep.
So with music, you know, I've listened to old school. I grew up on Death Row Records and a lot of like wild stuff like Busta Rhymes and Ludacris, very outside the box artists. I like those kinds of sounds.
Sure.
And
that you know, right? Like as soon as you hear Ludacris, you know. There's no.
That's Ludacris. You know it's Ludacris.
You know exactly.
You know it's Busta.
Yes.
Like nowadays, you have a lot of artists, and you're trying to think like, which one is it?
Yeah.
Is it Gunna? Is it Young Thug? Is it? They all kind of sound the same, but you have to like see. Oh, there it is. That's who it is.
But see, I go back even like Eric B, Slick Rick, like those guys.
Slick Rick was guy.
Dude, right? Like they just. Stuff, Okay, not to interrupt you, man. I just. You bring me back to when you say those things.
No. So like, I'm trying to make music that I like that is not too outside the box that people can rock with. You know, so like I see artists and they're making these sounds that are 20 years behind, and that's cool if that's what you like. But I don't listen. The shit I listen to is like relevant now, so it's easy for me to like make stuff that's relevant but still have a class like tell a story. Like in the music videos, I can tell a story. you know, and have people intrigued to like what's actually going on, like you know, a little bit of a message. You know what I'm saying?
Can you share that process? Like, what does that look like? So does it
making a song?
Yeah. Do you see something and then you're like, I gotta write that down? Is it come spontaneous like that, or do you sit down and be like, all right, oh, this is what I'm gonna do? You know what I mean?
So there's two ways.
All right.
Right. There's two ways.
Yeah.
One, and I'm realizing it might be better, is when I have something that I say with no music on, I'll just be in my garden because I'm a gardener too.
Cool, man. Cool.
But and like a melody or like a chorus, and I'm like, and then I'm like, this could be a song, you know, and then I turn it to a song. Those end up being the ones that hit really well. Okay. Like the one I just did at the feast, I'm like, are you ready? Let's go. I'm already on go. Like, and I just was like, man, I can make that a song. Like, it just happens. Like, or I'm in the shower. Yeah. Actually, that one was in the shower. Like, I thought of it in the shower. Yeah. And I was like, I can make this a song. Then there's the other way where I just put a beat on and sounds come out. Like, there's no lyrics, right? So, like, the song, it's got a lot of streams, did well. The crisscross jump song, and nobody knows what the hell I'm saying. And I'm like, da-da-da-da-da-da, like, that's literally because I was like, I'm going to make him jump. Crisscross jump, I'm going to buck you. I was just going like that, but it's words, and then I turned it into words. What the fuck you, I'm going to make you dumb, I'm going to make him jump. Crisscross jump, I'm going to fuck you dumb. And I was like, people don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Yeah. And how it was started is like the beat comes on, and then I'll just like mumble shit like that. And they're like, and like I try to make instruments, sound effects to the music, to the beat. And then later I go back and change them into words. So that's that, right? But at the same time, visually, I'm making these songs. So I'm like, how would the video look? You know what I'm saying? Like, I had this song called Woke Up, and I just pictured like my whole day of like doing a show or doing
That's the one you had the crown on, right?
Yeah.
In bed, right?
Yeah, and I woke up hung the fuck over, which is true. I mean, I don't wake up hungover because I don't. I drink. Shout out, this might be Tito's. You know what I'm saying? You can sponsor me. You know what I'm saying?
Tito's, me too.
Straight Tito's and water, which sounds disgusting to most people, but I don't get a hangover. I don't get a headache. There's no.
Well, because you're hydrating, right?
Yeah, hydrating, no sugar, just like stay hydrated. So I don't really wake up hungover, but you know, I was lit the night before and get up, get ready. It's show day. I gotta get my fucking Jordans, man. You know what I'm saying, like my whole shit. And so when I make the song, it's like I picture the video.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the I don't want to give away too much. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna give away a little.
Give it away.
The Mommy No Ma shit, and it's like real smooth, suave. You know what I'm saying? Song. Yes. And most people, they're like, and all my guys, you know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, I got some bitches. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do the video, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yo, if you want to go to the strip club, do the video. And I'm like, yeah, but that's what everybody does. So I got it planned out. We got a video. It's not gonna be like that.
Good. Good.
So I'm giving you guys an inside scoop,
awesome.
Right? So good. I got somebody who
I like to hear that.
I got somebody who you would not think gets girls, or anything like that. He's gonna play me in the video. And he's gonna be me in the video with
awesome.
The bitches.
And you doing that in Florida? You doing that here?
There's gonna be a few different shots
cool.
Because there's like club stuff and stuff in the whip. So it's gonna be like the same, like you would think it would be me with the bitches in the car and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But I got somebody who
that's like, awesome.
And he's gonna pretend to be me. Yeah. But I'm making cameos. I'm the driver. I'm the doorman. I'm the bartender. You know what I'm saying? I'm like he's at the bar spending money, and I'm like, here you go. Like I'm a lame. You know what I'm saying? Like in the background. But that's the loco shit. It's like I can make the music that the wild and the traditional hip hop backgrounds culture will like. Yep. But at the same time, I'm gonna give you a visual that it's just like outside the box. Like Like an artist that I like the most for his videos is DaBaby. Like if you watch any DaBaby video, the song is fire, but like the videos usually have nothing to do with the song, and he just tells you a story. Or like a lot of times he'll redo like classic hip hop movies like Friday or Juice. Yep. Boy, you know he'll redo those movies, but like, and so like I that's why I really fuck with him hard on his directing. Yeah. You know. So
you mentioned bartenders. Yeah. What were you doing before this?
Right before music, Jesus, a lot. Anything I do. I tend to move quick to the front. right?
Yeah.
I have what they say, the leadership.
Gotcha.
You know, when you do the resumes, leadership. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So right before the music, I've always done the music before I started pushing it. I was doing a lot of YouTube content. I was going into
YaBoI Loco TV.
Yeah, YaBoI Loco TV. Yeah. So the quick backstory is I spent a lot of years, like I left my mother's house. I was like 14, 15, and she moved to Portsmouth, Rhode Island, and I didn't want to. I spent the summer there, and I was like, "This is whack." I went to school. In 3 days, I got expelled from there.
Wow.
Durfee wouldn't take me back, so I never got past freshman, and I'm not trying to glorify it, but I just went to the street, and I spent a good 15 to 20 years on the street just selling everything under the sun.
Wow.
You know, and not to glorify it again, but I was pretty connected. Like I had, I was the guy.
Right.
A lot of people
Right.
that follow me now, and they're clean now, and they're not in jail, and they'd be like, "Yo, I remember I used to buy this and this off you. Now I'm buying your music." You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So it's like the whole thing.
Right.
So I spent a long time doing that, in and out of jail, selling whatchamacallits. You know what I mean? And then around 2015, because at the end I had an opioid addiction at the end of that whole run. 2015, put it all away with the addiction part. It took to 2018 to wrap up all the cases.
Yeah, but what did it for you though? Like what motivated you, brother? Like you had to, like I mentioned right at the beginning of the show, I said the absolute, right? What was that moment, bro, where you were like,
I'm done with all of that? Honestly, I was just sick and tired of going to jail and I have 3 kids, and unfortunately my oldest, I did raise him since he was 6. By the time he was 13, I was out of his light. He had to go live with my mom and stuff. And I didn't want that to happen again with my second kid, who is now, I've had custody of him for a few years. He lives with me and everything. I didn't want to do the same thing. You know what I mean? My life is whatever. Like, it sucks. You're in jail. It's like, whatever. You know what I mean? But you get on the phone with these kids, and they're 8 years old, and you know what I mean? You're like, oh yeah, daddy's away on work. I didn't want to live that. It was really my kids.
Right.
That's what it was. Short answer, my kids, and wanting to be there to raise them, and just be in their life.
That's awesome.
That's what it was. And so I told myself with the addiction part, like, I've never been a custody, I would say, right? I would never rob my family, and I'm not knocking anybody. I know it's hard.
Everybody struggles their own, brother.
I was just always a dealer, and I said, I can't sell this shit no more. I can't sell anything. Now that I'm an addict, the crazy thing about opiate addiction is when you become an opiate addict, you're going to try anything almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're 2 down, now you need to come up.
Right.
So,
Right. It's a chase.
It's a chase all the time, and you're substituting so you're not sick, right? So that part of my life, the last time I went in, the last time I got raided, and I went in and, somebody set me up that it was a good friend of mine. And I was like, you know what? This is stupid. I can't sell. Not only am I going to jail, but as soon as I start selling, I'm using again. So that's what it was. It's like my kids, and I knew I can't make this. I can't do this no more. I can't. This is not how I'm not gonna get money. I got to figure something else out because it's bringing me here. And that's what it was. I just stopped selling. I stopped using. I don't do it. I don't even smoke weed. I just drink. You know what I'm saying? But people would pass me the blunt. You know what I'm saying? Homies pass me the blunt. I'm like, I can't even smoke. And it's not because of addiction. It's just I don't even like that mindset. You know what I mean? Like, when I go do a show, I don't drink until I'm done my show, my thing, because when I first started, I was, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you're nervous, right? You're nervous. You want to break the ice a little bit, dude. I totally get it. I totally, producing some of these shows, man. At the beginning, I don't do it now, but like you, dude, I have my Yeti, dude.
Yeah, a little Yeti. Yeah, what's in the Yeti?
What's in the Yeti, bro? You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, but that's what it was, man. I just, I got everything right, and I looked on my phone, and I had these YouTube videos that were thousands of views, and then I was like realizing I could get paid for this shit. And that's what ended up happening was as I was like, how do I get paid? Can I make money?
Yeah, right. You want to do this, right? How do I make money? Yeah.
So I looked up there. It took about 6 to 8 months, and I got the partnership with Google and everything that was making the money. And then that was 2018. After I put everything away and I started focusing.
Yep.
By 2020, 2021, I'm like, man, this money's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not making a lot. It's like gas money. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk, like, the feeling is good, like going to talk to the homeless and addicts and how did you get here and all of that. I did a lot of what happened to Fall River videos.
I was going to ask you about that because I did catch some of that. I did catch some of that.
And
dude, you were handing out your own cash.
Yeah,
like, people don't know that, but you're out there handing your own money.
I was hooking people up and buying them stuff and the good thing that came from that is a lot of programs were created in the city. A lot of like the homeless ID program. I'm not saying because of my videos. All I know is that the current mayor.
I was going to say you had some contacts with.
Current mayor came up to me and he's like, "Listen, I've been watching your videos. I want you to know we're doing this, this, and this."
That's
so
awesome.
they had the homeless ID program. Yeah. They started a rent assistance program. So a lot of these guys that were living in tents, if they were clean, they'd give them a 1-year rent and furnished apartment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
give them a start, right?
Yeah,
Have an address for a job, right?
Yeah,
right?
A few individuals.
Do you still talk to the mayor? Could you give him a call and say, dude, what's up with the fucking potholes in the city, bro? Could you give him a...
You know, honestly, I haven't seen him in a little bit. Cool, but I started realizing the city is a whole nother beast that I don't want nothing to do with.
I hear.
I've done events. I've done the Juneteenth festival a couple years.
Yeah.
And thousands of people. I've done backpack drives, and it's great. Don't get me wrong. I like the people, but the overhead part of it, the politics part of it, I can't stand it.
Yep.
You know, if you tell me, hey, you want to do this, you A, B, and C, I give you A, B, and C, and then as soon as I give you A, B, and C, you say, now I need D, E, F. You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't you say that? You know, I spent all this time doing this, and now you want to tell me I got to do that. Sure. So, you know, and I've had people say, oh, you should run for mayor. I'm like, oh, hell no. Like, it's just like whole nother beast. Yep. And who knows down the line when I'm older and I don't have the energy,
dude, why not?
To be loco, why not? Because, you know, I'm good at fixing shit. I'm good at reworking things. You know what I'm saying? Like helping people. So, but that's a whole nother thing.
It is. But I don't want to lose sight of where we were.
Yeah.
So you decide you're gonna do this. You're gonna rap, and this is what you. So at what point do you say, I'm gonna start making money? Is it booking shows? Is it like, I know you're making the YouTube thing, but I mean that's what, a little bit over here, a little bit over here. You have to decide. Hey, I'm gonna fly. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going. When does that start happening?
It's a learning process, really. I was making money off the music. There was an app, and I would enter contests, and I'd win like $500 a week. And if you won, you'd have to sit out a couple weeks. But I was making $1,000 a month.
Nice.
Just on an app, and that's when I realized the power of social media and sharing shit to people, and people giving you love back. And then someone from that app or that was supporting me on that said, hey, Jadakiss is going to be in Connecticut, and he's looking for artists to perform.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me go do that. I performed in front of Jadakiss, and you know, he's like, yo, your shit's fire. And I don't remember it. Like I said, with the drinking thing, I was nervous. Yeah. That's when I first started really. I got lit, and I don't really remember a lot of it. I do, but I'm looking back at the video, I'm like, man, I was drunk as shit. Yeah. But the good thing about it, he said, your shit's fire. I want you to come back next month. So I did, and I said, hey, I'm sorry, I was so drunk last time. He's like, no. He's like, I remember. I told him, because I'm like, I don't remember much. He's like, I remember you. I remember you. And I was like, that was like validation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, and then, you know, we had some words after that. So, but in the middle of those two shows, the two times I saw Jadakiss, I did a Azorean festival in Warwick that Sandro G set me up, right? And he's like, hey, you want to come rap at my club? We do a festival every year. That was 2 years ago. And I went, performed, and I wasn't on a flyer. Nobody knew I was going to be there. Nobody knew my name except for Sandro G. He was the only person that knew me. Yeah. And I started rapping, and all these kids, 16, 17, even younger, started jumping and dancing and going crazy to my music. And it was great in the moment, right? But then you look back, like me, because I edit all my own shit.
Sure, right.
So I'm watching.
I know the feeling, bro.
Yeah, I'm rewinding it and looking at every kid's face.
Yeah.
To like, and like it's all like they're like this, and then all at the same time. I'm like, wow.
I'm onto something.
This
right?
is what I'm supposed to be doing.
I love it, bro. I love it. Give me goosebumps, bro, when you say it.
This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And then the song, even the way the song is laid out, how it's like, I think the word is crescendo, but it's like it's like slow, like, you know, it rises and everybody feels almost like EDM, like techno music.
Yeah,
it's
like Cypress Hill. Jump around.
And then it builds up. The build up.
Beat drop.
So a lot of my music now, like I have a build up, like it's mellow, and then it's like it's to the part where like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Climax.
So that's that those kids that day 2 years ago, and you know the legend Jadakiss and the overwhelming support on social media is the reason why I do music, because I've always done it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that part of it is the reason why I've learned what my brand is, what my sound is, and I'm still developing as I go. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna drop an album, and on that album there's 2 different like versions of Loco. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how does that work? How does somebody like you get a label, or do you not want a label, or does it? You know what I mean? How does that? Where do you go?
Label as a
exactly. Like, how do you to sell your music? What's the best way to sell your music? Is it social media, do you think, or
so all my shit's on all platforms. So you get it nowadays.
Spotify, Apple.
You get a distribution. You know, you pay $20, $40, whatever dollars a year, and they put all your music out. You don't make shit off of that. You know, you could. I think somebody had something like, I think it was like 1 million streams, and they made like $500 or something crazy. Like, it's like the streaming is not where it's at.
Right. Because everybody thinks TikTok they're gonna be rich on TikTok.
Well, here's the thing: the partnerships you get.
Mm-hmm.
So if you blow up on TikTok or YouTube Shorts, then you get these offers from these brands that are like, "Hey, make this video and we'll pay you." You know what I'm saying? So, and then if that video hits, then they want to pay you more and more and more. So I get these little partnerships here and there from different brands.
Are they affiliates or sponsorships?
Sponsorships.
Gotcha.
I'm not really good on like the technical.
I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. Yeah, totally. Bro,
like
totally.
So for example, YouTube pays me, but I actually just got signed with a new app. It's called Red Coral. In matter of fact, when we're done, maybe I can give you the guys.
Dude,
info.
definitely.
They pay, I want to say, 4 to 5 times more per stream than YouTube does.
Okay.
And they're growing. You know what I'm saying? I found them because of a friend of mine who we set up a weed show. Like, he's in the cannabis shit.
It's big right now, dude. It's a huge market. It's a huge market.
I honestly don't like performing at those shows because everybody's high. But even me, I still get, it depends what the crowd is. But I still get people.
But nobody's fighting, bro. Nobody's fighting.
Oh, man. No, everybody's chill.
Everybody's chill, man. You know.
But so I met the people from the app, and they were there that day, and I performed, and they're like, "Yo, we saw you perform." You know what I'm saying? And that's how the whole conversation.
I see. So it's almost like you're marketing yourself. So they see it and they're like, "Hey, man, I want you to come out and."
Yeah. Well, everything with me right now is more the entertainment aspect of it.
Okay.
Like, I'm trying to make good music that I like and that people can like, but the entertainment portion, like when I get booked to do these birthdays and whatever parties, family things, it's because they know I'm gonna come and entertain.
Sure.
Their party. You know what I'm saying? Like a DJ.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay a DJ $300, $400, $500. You know what I'm saying? Why not pay somebody that's gonna interact with the people?
Well, I did see that. Was it a birthday party? Was that a birthday party that you did recently?
The last one I did was a graduation. So I did something in the summer, the graduation party.
Yeah, and I did see that, dude. Those kids, they were.
Yeah, and it's like the thing for me is like the joy that young people. And old, young doesn't matter, but like when you see the young people interacting, to me that's everything. Like I just edited and posted the video I did at the feast over here.
Yep. I didn't know.
I probably knew 2. There was, let's say, 30, 40 kids under 16. I probably knew 2 of them. The rest of them, I don't know these kids. but it's probably the parents that they brought their kids.
Sure.
But the kids are just like they're so
Dude,
cool, and
you
they're
go
like,
to the feast, dude. There's never nothing to do, brother.
Yeah.
Like I remember being a kid and going to the feast and being like, all right, I ate, I snuck some beer, I smoked a couple of cigarettes. Like, dude, having you come in, bro, like that's entertainment for this younger group of people, dude, right? Like seriously, so it makes it worth it for them. So now they want to come with their parents as opposed to, oh shit, I gotta go to this feast again. You know what I mean? Because they need help, bro. Like they need, like I don't think I've ever seen that many kids in one spot. I watched the videos of your show. I've never seen that, dude. I've never seen that. You know, especially the Portuguese feast, which is awesome, dude. It's almost like you're breaking the boundaries, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, when I was little, it was the thing to do. And a lot of kids were out there, and you were dressing, you were having your school clothes on already. You know what I'm saying?
Sunday
looking
best.
fresh.
Yep.
But also, I remember a lot of these feasts had like games and stuff to play. You know what I'm saying?
And they stopped all
and
that.
it's all dying out because the motherfuckers know they're not getting no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my hope is that it doesn't die because I'm 100,000% Azorean, and I remember going to those when my dad would take me down there. You know what I'm saying? When I was very little, and I used to wear this goofy Portuguese thing that he bought on South Main Street outfit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I just got back from the Azores last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just got back.
Yeah. But you dress like a tourist, or you dress like a
legit, dude. I had my tank top, bro. I'm good. Yeah, I had my wife beater on.
But when I was a kid, my dad used to, because I would see him on the weekends, he made me put this like Sunday outfit on. The Sunday outfit, like
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Greenhorn outfits, you know what I'm saying? Watching the procession.
And as soon as you got home, take that shit off. Don't dare go outside with that on.
I remember one year I went down in that outfit, and I went with on my mother's side, more Americanized, but they're proud Azorean.
Sure.
But I went with my aunt, and she's only actually a couple years older than me. And she's like, "What the hell are you wearing?" And I'm hanging out with her friends at the parade, and she's like, "Don't mind my nephew," like, because she's with her cool friends, and I'm like, I looked up to her, my aunt, because she's cool, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I'm like, oh man, I can't dress like this no more.
No more. Done.
I told my dad, I'm not wearing that.
Have you been back? Have you been to the island?
I went when I was like 3.
You got to go back.
Yeah.
You got to go back, dude. I was there, dude. I spent 8 days with it was my mom's 80th birthday. So I surprised her with a trip. Dude, it's amazing, dude. It's an amazing place. It really is. And dude, guaranteed we're either related or dude. Because everybody knows, dude. Everybody knows everybody on that island, dude. Everybody knows everybody on that island.
That's how it is. Yeah. They all came from the mainland and did all of that, moved over there. But my family, so my girl and my daughter's over there right now. My dad's over there. My sister's over there. Like, everybody went, and I had some situations where I couldn't go. That I'm working out. And plus, my son is he's only 16 and he's in school. He's you know what I'm saying?
You can't just
this time. If I were to go, it'd have to be a time where I could take him, where I knew he'd be good. You know what I mean? He's in school. I got to make sure that he's going to school.
Dude. Absolutely,
and
dude. Absolutely.
I'm definitely. I would love to get myself over.
Dude, I won't even say how old I am, but I'm older, and it took a lot. Dude, I've never been. So this is the first time in my life I ever went. And my mom's 80, dude. So I realized.
She went with you?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, nice.
We had a conversation, and I told her, I have some elderly family members there that they're in the 90s. And I told her, and I said, listen, I know you're not. She hasn't been back in 30 years. I said, I know you're not crazy about it. I said, but
they don't want to.
I said, this is our last chance. I said, if we don't do this now,
so
we're not going to see some of the people we. And so she agreed, dude, reluctantly. And I must say, like, everybody talks shit about Boston Logan Airport, bro. I took my mom, and no issues, dude. We got there, we had breakfast, got on the plane, dude. Flew TAP Azorean Airs, whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it was fantastic, dude. They fed us. Nice. Even landing, dude, getting out, it was very, very easy. And then coming back, same thing, dude. So for the travel part of it, dude, they got it down packed. They got it nailed. It's just easy, dude. It's easy. You know what I mean? Because it's usually the worst part. Be like, oh, I gotta go to the airport, dude. It was easy. So I'd recommend going, bro. I would.
Yeah, I definitely gotta get over there. I've been doing a lot of flying in the States.
Yeah.
So like when my girl went, and my daughter's 3, she's like all stressed out. I'm like, I'm like, just act like you do this all the time. Be
Yeah.
a pro, because I'm flying to this state and that state, so I'm like,
Sure.
and you wear, what can I bring, and this and that and that.
Right,
I said,
right.
just act like you do this on a regular basis, and it'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? So, Azores gotta get.
Dude,
back
it's
there.
definitely a place you got to see. Absolutely. The food was no good, but that's it. We'll do next time you come on the show. We'll talk about the food. Something I wanted to talk about is are you still doing the contest? Are you still doing the contest where you're having people, or I know there was like a $250 contest. Did you already do that? Is that already?
Oh, the money. Oh,
Yeah,
I gave.
Can we talk about that? I wanted because I'm interested in that, dude. I'm really.
Yeah. No. So I did that was at the actual feast this past Sunday.
Okay. All right.
So I gave away $250, but it was basically $50 5 times.
Okay.
Right? I was
all right.
giving out $50 bills to kids who showed up to the feast and turned up with me.
That's awesome.
So you had to, like, not just with me, but like, because I had artists that I know match my energy perform and open for me.
Nice.
So if I saw you dancing and getting sturdy and, doing whatever, I gave you $50.
Nice,
so
dude.
I just gave away 5 kids $50 bills, and
That's cool, man.
you go buy Chipotle or
Right.
whatever the hell.
Right. They're like, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
No, they weren't buying that.
Smalls.
Yeah, they're like, take me to Chick-fil-A or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. And then off the heels of that, you're also doing like collaborative work, right? You're reaching out to other artists.
Oh yeah. So I got these things here. Actually, I was supposed to give to you. So that's this is this song. So that's that right there.
Oh.
That's Mommy No Mas,
Yeah.
right? So that's the song.
I love that.
I did a hashtag on it. Yeah, there we go. Mommy No Mas. So I dropped this song and it was getting a lot of streams, and a lot of people who don't really normally listen to the loco music were like, yo, that's your hit. You know what I'm saying?
It's hot, dude.
That shit's
it's
hot.
fire.
And
Well, I think everybody, you know what, dude, you can be an artist and you're committed to what you do.
yeah.
But sometimes, dude, when you do that little bit of spice, you come off a little bit,
yeah.
dude, you bring a whole other audience in, dude.
Yeah.
Really, it's just, right?
Yeah, so a lot. I would just freestyle on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
And people would say, "Oh, you kind of sound like Pop Smoke." So when I did this song, I tried to. I've never tried to sound like Pop Smoke, but I was like, let me give it a little bit of this in the audio.
Yeah.
Suave no mas. I was like, let me give it a
Dude,
little
you
bit
nailed
of
it. You nailed it.
and it just did well. And so that song, I started a hashtag challenge, Mommy No Mas remix, and I know my guy over here dropped something to it. And I actually have a major artist. I can't say who, and
Come on, I love it, dude. I love it.
A major artist reached out to me.
For real?
Yeah. And
This is a Bobby Couto exclusive right now.
and they sent me the file, and I have the file already. So
Wow.
they remixed the song.
So now how does that work? Now, will you mix that? You don't have to tell me what it is. You mix that in, and then you'll release it?
Yeah. They're gonna actually remix it, mix and master it, because it's not all the way done. But then we just release as a remix, and that's it. It just it gets released again as a remix.
That's how it happens, brother.
Yeah.
That's how it happens.
The goal there is like is for like the unsigned people who submitted to the challenge. They can get some streams and some recognition.
Sure.
And then when especially when the major artist drops theirs, then people are gonna be searching like, what is this song? What is this hashtag? Yeah. So now the unsigned people, you know what I mean? And in me, I'm unsigned. It's gonna help me.
Yeah.
And then hopefully maybe even like another major artist says, oh, so and so did that. What's that song?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you remember, but back in the day when a song hit, you know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne wanted to get on it. Luda wanted to get on it. You know what I'm saying? Like
DJ Khaled, everybody picked it up. Yeah.
Like for example, happened recently with the chick Bia, right?
Yeah.
That when she dropped her song, Nicki Minaj says, this
Dude.
And look what it did for Bia. You know what I'm saying? So
that's all it takes.
So I'm trying different things that work, and at the same time trying to keep everybody involved, because at the end of the day, I'm all about creation. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Sure.
Creation is key. Be creative. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. Like, yes, YaBoiLoco's a character. This is a character. You know what I'm saying? That's for you too. You can stick this wherever you want.
I want it. Actually, I'm going to take this because what we're going to do is it's tradition. And since you're the first guest in the new studio,
Yeah.
you're going to be the first one to sign the door.
Alright.
Like that's my last studio.
Yeah.
Everybody got to sign the door,
Oh.
and you're going to stick that to the door right near that,
I'll
brother.
get you a
So
little signature.
yeah. So you'll be the first right there. So, dude, do you see yourself producing your own music, or do you see like going and saying, hey, listen, I'm going to bring more artists in and working with collabs and working with other people? What do you see your heart? Is it in the production of your music, or do you see this expanding to other?
Yeah, so I don't do any of the engineering of my music.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, you gotta realize what you're good at, right? And I
love this guy.
Back in the day, I used to make beats.
Yep.
And they were trash. And back in the day, I used to record myself. It was trash, And when I was young, doing it. And I came out, started doing music around 2021, like actually like and found out how to release it, and I recorded it myself. I edited it myself, and I released it. And somebody, a very popular DJ, DJ Head, I went on a live and I played him the song. He's like, "Yo, this shit, you are a good rapper. This shit is fire, but you need to change everything." He's like, "Who's mixing it? Who's doing this? And your voice." So because my name's Loco and I was wild, I thought I had to rap and really crazy. And for whatever reason, I had a high pitched voice. So if you look at my first song that ever came out, it's called I forgot what it's called, but it's either Out My Mind or More.
Where can they see that on
it's
your?
Always
your
on all
YaBoiLoco
platforms.
on YouTube.
Yeah, no, it's on Spotify. You don't want to listen to it. Some people gonna like it, but I'm rapping like this, like I'm rapping like that.
Yeah.
And that's not my real voice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even like my deeper voice, when I come a little smoother, you know what I'm saying? It's not my real voice, but it's more easy to listen to.
Right.
It's smoother.
Right.
So he's like, re-record this song not in that high-pitched voice because you're trying to sound, it's like you're a watered-down version of Eminem, right, is what he told me. In a nice way, he said it. But basically, that's how I'm taking it. I was like, I'm not doing that ever again because I don't even listen to Eminem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
if I've never listened, and the first thing that comes to my mind is like, oh, this is similar to Eminem, then you automatically get that persona.
Right.
Got it.
I didn't want
exactly,
that.
Exactly.
So I was like, I could still be local, but like I can use my speaking voice and rap. I don't have. And then if I change it, it doesn't have to be so dramatically changed.
It's easier.
You know what I'm saying?
It's flow.
So when you, the reason why I say all of that is when you do everything yourself, you don't have nobody there to tell you, let's do this, let's do that. So production, and recording and engineering, I don't do any of that. I pay somebody to do it and let them do all of that.
That's great.
You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day,
so they come to you with the music?
No, I go rent studio time.
Okay, and but the actual rhythm and beats, that's something that's already like they already have. And you're like, hey, what do you think of this? And they samples or
no. So unless you have like a whole team, unless you have a Dr. Dre, which nowadays it's not like that.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's beats. You can get beats like that. So really, it's just me. Like if I feel a beat, or like I said, if I think of something in the shower or whatever, and I'm like, what kind of beat can I put
Post
this
Malone
to?
writes all his music on the toilet. He said that. So I mean, that's
you
wherever.
Come up with these things.
Dude, that's wherever it comes.
My
bro.
brain is like I'm talking to you right now, but I'm thinking
bro.
about like a million fucking things.
Yeah.
So it's nonstop, and even like my kids, like I'll like my daughter's 3, and I'm she watches all these fucking she doesn't want Coco Melon, but all like these characters on YouTube.
Sure.
And I'm a character at home because I make her like when it's bath time, I have a bath time song. When it's time to go to the potty, I have a potty song. Getting dressed in the morning, I have a good morning song. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I make it's all.
Dude, she'll remember that forever, bro.
Huh?
She'll remember that forever.
Yeah, she does because she does them back to me.
Yeah.
She'll do these little things.
Yeah.
That I'm like, damn, I've been doing that since she couldn't even crawl. And how does she remember me saying that? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's funny, but that's what it is. It's like you have to kind of know what the audience wants and be true to yourself at the same time.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the music that I make, like that on go shit, whatever, right? I was like, I had these songs that people were saying in the words. So I was like, why don't I make a song that when I perform it, it's intended for everybody to say the words. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that whole song came
like a
about.
sing along.
I'm the king of the hip hop sing alongs. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I look at it like that. How can I entertain this? Like the visual aspect. How can I, when I'm on stage, what is it gonna sound like? You know what I'm saying? So I've learned that I have that side of music, and then I have like the little smoother side. The Mommy No Mas is like the first real song. And there's another one I got out. It's called Put It On Me, and they're like smoother. You know what I'm saying? They're more laid back type shit. You know what I'm saying? But this album that I'm working on, right? There's more of those smooth things because I realize they stream well.
Gotcha.
They're not really designed for the wild entertainment, wild entertainment performance side, like
on stage. Yes, I gotcha.
They're not really designed for that part. They're not like but
makes sense.
Because people like them, they like the song. If you perform it on stage, you don't have to do much. You can just do the song,
and everybody sings along.
They're already rocking to it.
Do you get nervous? You still get nervous on stage? You still get that apprehension, or are you like, I'm so past that, I can do this every day? Because you don't look nervous, bro. Like when you go out there, you know it's. I'm gonna say, like, you're the hype guy, dude. Like, you get everybody up, dude. Even if somebody shows up and they're kind of like, dude, when they see you on stage, it's infectious. You got that energy, bro.
Yeah. Nervous, I guess you could say, yeah. I guess so.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know.
I think it matters, dude.
Yeah, I don't even like coming here, I drove 2 blocks to get here, and it's like, I'm not nervous. Yeah. But, like, you get that little feeling in your stomach.
Yeah, right. Me too. Me too.
And I don't know why, because it's like
because you love this, bro.
I fucking do this shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I just feel like it's my brain getting me ready. You know what I'm saying? Getting like I'll post shit. I'll be like, energy levels rising. You know what I'm saying? I'll say that like in a live, like, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll go dap up motherfuckers at the club and we're about to perform and be like, yo, energy levels rising. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, you fucking ready?
Ready? It's coming. It's coming.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll be pacing back. Like, I'm next to go on stage. I'll be pacing back and forth. Motherfuckers be like I have friends of me like videotaping me like, cause I have to like get like that, because if not, there's like so much like ready to come out. You know what I'm saying? Like right now I'm chill, I'm smooth, I'm in the studio. But if we fucking right now say grab that guitar, let's fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna just come out. But I think it's good to have those nerves maybe, because then if not, I guess you're not having that energy. You know what I'm saying? To do what you're meant to do. You know what I'm saying? But if it's too much, then, you know, one little shot of Tito's will slow it down.
Settle down a little bit, right?
You know,
a little puff pass, Vito? Yeah, Vito's like, no more. Let me ask you a question, bro. What advice would you give someone? What would you give your younger self? What would be the advice you gave yourself when you were 18 years old, brother, and life was just a whirlwind, dude? What would you have said to yourself then that would have got you here sooner?
Ooh.
Right? Because the thing is, this has always lived in you. Right?
Yeah.
Like I said it to myself, this has always lived in me. So why haven't I done this? Why didn't I do this? What would I have told myself to convince myself at 18 that, hey, dude, get yourself a place and do this, because this is what you're meant to do?
You know what's wild is that it wasn't as easy as it is now. So I am born ahead of my time. I don't know if I'm saying it right, or before I was born too early.
Gotcha.
Right? Because when I was 18, I had the equipment and I had like my own studio, the laptop. I mean, it was not a laptop back then, but I had the thing and I recorded all myself, like I was saying before. But there wasn't social media the way it is now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it wasn't where we live. There ain't much shit going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There was a few studios. I actually, matter of fact, when I was 18, 19, I did a Hot 106 contest, and everybody liked it, but there was a singer, and she won. But Mike Herron was there, and I don't know if you guys know Mike Herron.
Yeah, I went to school with his brother.
Yeah, so I didn't know who the fuck he was. I just knew Chris Herron.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna take you under my wing. So
little did you know.
No, but listen. Listen. People say what he would say. I personally have zero issues with him.
Yeah.
But I know he gets a rep, and it's probably justifiable. Maybe it's not. It's none of my business. With me, there's nothing in my book.
Yeah.
When I was 18, he set me up with a studio, and they were recording me for free. Yeah, I got free studio time. he had me perform at these clubs in the city back when the city actually had clubs.
Yeah, like Level 21, right?
Was he making money? I wasn't. So who knows? People were paying to get in, right?
Yeah, right.
But
Right.
So he did that.
It's just a shady business, bro.
Yeah,
it's just shady, bro.
And I didn't know I was 18
right.
years
Of course,
old.
dude.
You know
Somebody's
what I'm
giving you a chance, bro. I believe
Yeah.
in you, right? Come do
But
this.
the good thing is that he put me in the studio, but I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready. I was a kid. I was still, hooking up with chicks and selling drugs and you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't ready. They was telling me a certain shit in the studio, like, you should do this, you should do that. And I was like, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like you as an artist, you have your idea, but at the same time, these people are the technical side of it. You still got to listen. And I wasn't listening. And eventually they just like, oh, this motherfucker ain't listening. You know what I'm saying? But
because you didn't want to compromise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
But at the end of the day, shouts out to them. I don't know what they do now. Actually, one of them is a camera guy. Helder.
Oh, Helder Souza.
Yeah, he was actually worked in that studio.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's how I know him. Good guy, but the sound that they were making for me is not a sound that I liked anyway. I should have still sat there and tried to learn with them and work with them and stayed doing it, and maybe we could have had something eventually.
Right. But that's tough, dude. You're 18. You know what I mean?
18,
the testosterone is just black. You know what I mean?
I didn't go to high school.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I was living with fucking chicks and friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have parents. I had parents, but I wasn't raised by parents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was fucking wild, bro. Like I raised myself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I just was not ready. And, and throughout from then till now, till this whole shit that I'm starting now, I've had like the little studios in the house and tried to but again, you need to live it, right? So right now I'm living it. I'm financially stable. My family's great. Everybody's happy. So I can do whatever the fuck I want.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, and you look at artists like Jelly Roll, who's about my age, and he just blew up. But he's been fucking doing it forever. And he's like, you're never too old, too young.
Dude, the Colonel was 68 years old.
The KC guy, yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? Dude, he's my inspiration, bro. You know what I mean? I figure if he could do it, fuck, I can do it, right?
But you know what it is at the end of the day, right? I got some steam coming. You know, say people fuck with me. They're rocking out with me.
Yep.
And you see, I do a feast, and 300-400 people show up to a feast because of me. And why I say that because of me is because as soon as I was done, the feast emptied out. You know what I'm saying? Before I went on stage, there was people there, but they were all not near the stage. They were all like in the wings. You know what I'm saying? Or they were at my table buying shirts. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures with me. I went on stage. As soon as they heard Forever, they heard that. They lost it. Where is he? You know what I'm saying? And I did my thing, and they were rocking out with me. I brought them, a bunch of them on the stage, and then it was all said and done. They all taking pictures with me again, and then the place was empty right after. And I felt bad, like, because the next act, they really, they were like a rock and roll band. They really did their thing. They were talented musicians, but nobody was paying attention. There was nobody left. Everybody left.
Wow.
A few hundred people, just ghost town again.
So it's fair to say they came for you.
That's how I know. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know.
Yeah.
Because maybe, or either that or they just don't like rock and roll. I don't know. And it's like, we're out of here. See you later.
Right.
But
they're like, these guys aren't giving out $50 bills. We're out of here.
So I like what I do. I always did, but now I can actually live it. So people that are trying to do it, you got to live it. Like if this is what you do or whatever.
Yes, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You have to live it. It has to be all day, every day. Like I told you, I have a studio down the street set up just like this. But it's not really like my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't live it. But I have it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can use it whenever I want. I can go there. I got a big green screen. I can make my own music videos. You know what I'm saying? Like other people that want to make music videos come down. I'll help you make a music video. You know what I'm saying? But I live in the music.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Now, and I live in the entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to come and talk to people like you. I'm going to go on radio stations and rap in the radio station. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to travel. I just was in North Carolina, South Carolina.
Did you like it?
Oh, it's fucking beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
I always wanted to go. I've never gone. I like to go.
I've always drove through.
Yeah, right. North of the border, south of the border, right?
Yeah, I've got stuck in North Carolina one time overnight with a flat tire, but Yeah, Charlotte had a lot of fun in Charlotte, and then we went to, it's called Asheville. So it's kind of like a rock town, but they do hip hop there. And that was nice there. And then we did Charleston, South Carolina, and it was very touristy. But the people, anytime like, so I'll go to New York and Jersey, and up near Boston, Connecticut. The attitudes are just not the same as when you go down south. Down south people are just so fucking friendly, dude. So friendly. Like I'll get hey, come eat at my restaurant for free. Hey, where you need a place to stay? Hey, you need a car? Hey, you want to come on the radio? Like up here, you have to fucking do so much politicking and bullshit and they're judgy up here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's harder up here. Like I can go to New York and hang out with DJs that are on the 97 Hot 97 or whatever you call it, Power 105. I can go and do that and take the pictures. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of artists, they go and take pictures with these famous people. But at the end of the day, you're just putting on an image, but nobody's really rocking with you. It's not genuine.
I know what you're saying.
Right? And you know how I know is because when I go and post something on Facebook, Instagram, if you look in the comments and the likes and all of that, right, you're going to see people from over here that know me, yes. But you're going to see a shitload of people from down south, from these other states I'm going to. You know what I'm saying? But
So in other words, the exposure, like granted, social media is important. Like it's relevant. You have to. Years ago, I had a guest on the show, Ryan Arriaga, and he's a serial entrepreneur, and he told me, Bobby, content is king. So the more content you put out there, the more successful you're going to be. So you think you're in that environment like that, right? And you meet these people. So in essence, if you weren't making those face-to-face contacts and going to these shows out in the South, like these people would have no idea, right? Like,
now you just gotta have that gimmick, that click, that thing. Right. But like now, if you see me and I'm at the Carolina Panthers stadium, and
not the Chiefs, bro. Not the Chiefs.
I'm a diehard.
I know you are.
But I was at the Panthers stadium, and they have the Panther statue outside. And it's like, I don't know, 13 feet in the air. And I was like, I bet you I can climb up that motherfucker.
Shit.
Did you see it? So I climbed up it, and I'm rapping, and I'm hanging. It's going to be in the music video. But I did it like a little reel. And I'm hanging from the mouth of his teeth. I'm holding on his bottom teeth. And I'm dangling like 13 feet in the air in slow motion. Like, But because like I met some people around that area and gave them the card, you know what I'm saying, with the Instagram and all of that. And then I post that, and they're like, I actually met this motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm
I was down there. I saw this.
Yeah. They might not have saw that, but that's that motherfucker I saw. You know what I'm saying? That was that dude I was dancing with and told me to be in my music video, and he was.
And then he's watching the video, and you're literally hanging off the fangs of this.
So now they're waiting. They're waiting. Because when I post that and I say, Loco Mania coming soon, album. So now they're waiting for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like you can make the the IRL interactions. And then
but you need
the IRL. You need the real life interactions, and then you can't forget that you have those. You know what I'm saying? So when you create the content, you gotta match like. You got to match your content with what you're doing in real life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, like artists, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, they'll go take pictures with celebrities. This one and this one. And everybody on the outside, they're making it. They're next. But there was no real interaction there. It was just that you waited outside of a fucking line with a...
Right.
You know what I mean?
To watch them walk
by. And then, hey, can you say something on camera? And now... So... People think you're gonna, but at the end of the day, there was nothing real there. So are you really gonna make it?
Yeah, right.
If it's not real,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
you're not gonna get the evergreen. It's not gonna last. It'll be very momentary.
Yeah. You're always gonna be that person that looks good.
Yeah.
But is it really gonna happen? So I'll do the same shit. Don't get me wrong. I'll go but I'm doing it where I'm having a conversation with so and so. Like when I met Jadakiss, I sat there and had a conversation. I didn't just say, Jadakiss, can you please say this on camera? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I sit there and have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? DJ Paul from 3 6 Mafia was at a smoke cannabis store.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I love 3 6. Before 3 6 Mafia, the style of music that's out now, 3 6 Mafia created that. Like that trap music, they were the first ones doing that. Nobody around here listened to that shit. I remember I had my fucking 2001 Pathfinder all tinted up, and fucking kicker in the back, and I was rocking fucking sipping on some scissor. Like nobody listened to that shit.
Right. And it's all hooked, dude. All hooked.
Yeah,
all
and now it's that's what all of music nowadays is just a good hook and like a nice bass and bop.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I looked up to these motherfuckers. Let me go meet him. But I sat there. Yeah, I did a little video, took some pictures. But you have the conversation.
Sure.
So the next time I saw him, I got to open up for him. He's like, he saw me in the crowd, and he's like, here's that motherfucker, that loco motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He even remembered my name, which was wild.
That's cool, man.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
cool.
I went backstage, and I was hanging backstage with him afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I got all the information, like to do a song, but I'm not financially stable for that one. Because these big names like that, they got lawyers. You got to pay their lawyers, and because there's things like if nowadays with the beats, there could be like a hidden sample in it that somebody owns that they didn't pay the rights to. So if a major artist gets on that and they get sued.
That was like the whole Lil Nas X thing, right? Like that, you're taking beats, and the next thing you know, everybody's like, "Hey, that's
mine."
Yeah, I paid 50. You paid 50 cents for it, but that is right.
So these major artists that you have to pay like these lawyers that want like fucking $600
that's why they
an
make
hour.
their own shit, right? Like they literally make their own beats and rhythms, so they don't have to deal with that.
They don't have to deal with that shit.
But again, like the Nicki Minaj who hears that and says, "Hey, I want to be a part of that."
Yeah.
The legalities.
They have the money, and they say, I'll pay my lawyers to go and check the beat and make sure everything's cleared. You know what I'm saying? So that's really, back in the day, it was like somebody had to find you, but it still is kind of like that, but you got to make them find you.
Right.
You got to do something.
You hear these nightmares about these artists, and they sign these contracts, and like they don't even own their own money. Like like Taylor Swift. I know but she doesn't own any of her music. You know what I mean? As an artist, regardless of what you think about Taylor Swift, the idea that could happen, the idea that you could create like all this content, and then you sign something thinking that, hey, I'm going to make a lot of money, I'm going to have a career, and they now own everything that you produce. You know what I mean? It's a shady and dirty business, bro. You know what I mean? It seems like that happens a lot. But a lot of these artists, like the Ed Sheerans of the world, and the people that were found on the YouTubes of the, you know what I mean? It seems like they have a better grasp. They're able to control their flow of music. Like, for example, look at what you're doing. Do you? I'm just kind of shifting gears a little bit.
You're good.
How much music do you produce? Are you producing like a constant, hey, I want an album a year, or like every 6 months? Or how does it work? Or is it just like, hey, dude, I just create this as I feel it?
More of that. So I never dropped an album. I have no album. This first thing that I'm working on, Locomania, and it's a takeoff of Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania.
Okay, yeah.
So it's Locomania, brother.
You're gonna have to do the shirt thing. You're gonna have to, bro.
So there's a whole thing behind it, and I actually met him, and I have I can't tell you what's gonna happen. But I have something with him that's gonna happen to help push the album.
That's awesome.
But anyway, So I heard from my engineer that if you're unsigned, don't drop an album. So you drop what's like an EP or LP, right? So that's what I'm working on. It's called I'm saying it's an album, but it's actually going to be like a EP, because if you call it an album and you do get signed, everything that's on the album they can't push. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's like a law behind it, right?
Yeah.
So so let's say you do make an album, but you call it an album and one of those songs hit, and now they want to sign you. They can't use that song. They have to make new stuff. You know what I'm saying? They can't push that good song.
Gotcha.
So anyway, so I have, I don't know, 50, 60 songs that no one's heard except for me. You know what I mean? My engineer, when
you don't like maybe doing like a Patreon, and maybe people could subscribe and go and listen, or
So that's something I was doing on my YouTube. When I had this show that I was running, I stopped it. It was a live show. It was called The Checklist, and you could submit a song, and I would check off boxes like how's your mixing, how's your visuals, and just help artists not know like your shit's trash.
No, right, but just constructive criticism, sure.
And in the beginning of the show, while I was trying to get viewers to come tap into the live, I would play unreleased music of mine. So that's one way I'm doing it. But what you're saying makes sense. Is like I should do something like that. Like motherfuckers tap in, pay me a few bucks to hear all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But no, I don't do that. I have all this shit just sitting there.
I got a bunch of episodes too that I recorded and never released. Like just they're in the vault. And I say to myself, maybe someday I'll do a Patreon, and maybe the fans, the true fans of the show, would love to hear something like that. Stuff that normally you wouldn't hear. Maybe saying something that you wouldn't normally hear me say. Because, sometimes, dude, although podcasts, I'm private, dude. I have some things to myself that I don't share. Much like you, dude, you have a daughter. I have a daughter. Like, that changes you, dude. That things, you know what I mean? You could, dude, having, like, you're an animal. Dude, you're an animal. You're a bull. And then having a daughter, it softens you, bro. You realize that there's nothing more precious in the world than making sure that little girl is, you know what I mean? Like, it changes who you are. So that's like my guiding principle, bro. But at the end of the day, dude, sharing content, like that's the key here, dude, right? It's, dude, you love music, you love to rap, you love to create hip hop, but at the end of the day, you're producing something that you want to share with people. Like that's right. That's the whole point of what we're doing here. But the secret is it's not about making people enjoy what you do. It's about allowing them to enjoy what you do, bro. You know what I mean? And I think, the spirit in what you do and how, dude, it's untapped. And when I say that, like, it's not in the blender, dude. It's not processed. It's not baloney, dude. It's legit music, bro. You're doing this from the heart. You care about what you... And I think, a lot of people think about things about Drake, but when he first started rapping, dude, he was rapping about things he cared about. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like where his swag came from, And then it became something else, obviously, dude. And now he's fighting with everybody and with whatever. I don't really care, but at the beginning, dude, and it seems like a lot of rappers started there, dude. Where the original Tupacs of the world, dude. I know I always hate to bring them up, but dude, these guys are like forefathers of what we have for rap. You know what I mean? The Notorious B.I.G.'s, like. And you realize what were they doing different? And what they did different, dude, is a lot what you're doing. And that is bringing in rhythm to where it was just words before. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just this, but you bring this rhythm, dude, and this groove, dude, and you're like, dude, I like this. And then you say, hey, you could sing on my album. Give this a shot. And then you got guys like Vito that are rapping. And so not only are you creating, bro, but you're inspiring creativity based on, right? So I don't, I wanted to say that to you, dude, because that's what I got out of it. When I saw it, I'm like, wow, how cool is this that you're creating things and allowing others to share in that with you. And then, dude, it also helps others that might not be where you're at, dude. You know what I mean? Like you're at a level where you're performing, dude. You're active. You're doing this all the time. How many rappers out there that maybe don't have it, like just that little bit of push that to make it to that side. So, dude, you're inspiring people, and I don't think you realize it. You know what I mean?
I know because I see people like copy what I do.
Yeah. And well, they say that is the ultimate form of compliment, dude. Is when people,
I'm like, man, I know you got that idea from me, but you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
And then like so like I've put it out to a few artists, like if they want, I would manage them, you know what I'm saying, just so I can make a few bucks.
Sure.
But it's like, in this music, especially hip-hop, artists are broke, at the end of the day, or they don't have the worth ethic. It's those two things. Like, if you're broke, if you can't afford $100 or $150 a month, if you're not willing to record something, like even just like this conversation and go back and watch the whole fucking thing and say, that's the best 7 seconds of this fucking hour or 2 hour, whatever the thing.
Yeah.
I want to, and then record it, right? I mean, snip it and then put some text at the bottom, like the closed caption, and then share it and then share it. If you're not willing to do all of that, like what, like why are you doing it? You're just doing this for fun.
Right.
Like I see these artists, they tag me every fucking day with my new song, and and it's like, what are you getting? You get fucking 3 likes from that, and it's like, why are you doing it? I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I could help them, but it's like, you got to realize at the end of the day, not everybody has that. Has the ethic, the worth ethic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I feel like I was saying earlier, everything that I've done, even it's like when I had a job, I was 16, 17 at Subway, and they ended up making me the manager, and I wasn't even 18. Panera Bread, they made me the manager. It's like, I'm always like, I'm going in like, nah, we're not doing it like this. We're doing it like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like a cocky. It's
no. But you could see.
I see the flaws.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we doing it like that way?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we think a lot alike.
Yeah, like why? This don't make no sense.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
oh, I got to walk all the way over there to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why? When I could do that same thing right here.
Yep.
Bring that shit over here.
Yep.
Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now that I'm able to just really be involved 100%, like what you said, do a Patreon, do this, I really don't have the time anymore to do all this other shit. I got the studio. I feel like I don't have the time to do it anymore, especially being a family person. Because it's like I got to pick one thing. Is it the music? Is it or do I just want to be the guy that makes music and makes a few bucks? Or do I want to be the guy that makes music and can change the world with a few bucks? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
There's a big difference.
I like doing these parties and whatever. That's cool. Patreon, I'm gonna get $5 a month from this one. That's cool. Do I want to be that guy, or do I want to find something that I can get that payday? That okay, now my foot's in the door, and I'm the type of motherfucker. You give me all of that money, I'm gonna do something to change the world. You know what I'm saying? If you look at my old YouTube videos and me trying to help homeless people,
I saw that. I watched that.
Giving free shit to kids. You know what I'm saying? It stems from the fact that if I had, I don't want to say a father figure because I do have a father, he's a great guy, but if I had that role model, positive role model young, I maybe would have been not sitting here. You know what I'm saying? I might have been on your fucking TV or whatever, you know what I'm saying? On a billboard somewhere.
So that's what you needed to hear when you were 18.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like, give me that money.
Yep.
Give me that Taylor Swift money and give me that whatever money.
And let me change the world.
Because I'm gonna change the world. And it starts with the little things.
Absolutely.
Like
your community, bro.
the
In the community. Absolutely,
You know
bro.
what I'm
I
saying?
say it all the time, brother.
You see these kids in the summertime, and they you know, back in the day they used to have the teen dances or this. They don't have shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, Chuck E. Cheese. Used to have the
They used to
dances
have-
every Friday.
They used to have all these
Yes,
things you could do.
Yes.
Like
yes.
you can create these things still. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I have a friend of mine who was a city council member in this city, and he said, I want to do a media. There was a lot of COVID money going around, and there was grants, and I'm not too savvy with that shit. But he's like, I want to have this center where kids can come after school. And there's a podcast area set up. There's computers. They can do their homework.
Yeah.
If they want to record music, if they want to do TikToks, fucking just like this, like a little shit like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was all for it, but I'm not the type that's going to talk to this one and this one and this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he tried to propose it and the city didn't go with it. They rather give the money to something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
right.
The only way you can do, unfortunately, is if you're tied into the city already. You know what I'm saying? If you're, you know, some real estate person in the city that everybody has to listen to what you say.
Exactly, because they own everything.
Yeah,
yes,
they own
I know
everything.
exactly what you're talking about.
Or if you just got the dumb money and you got a good heart.
Yeah.
So that's really what I look at is like, I don't want to make music just for fun or just for a certain demographic. I want to make music that everybody's gonna like. You know what I'm saying? That everybody's just gonna feel good from. That can get me that payday. So my kids are well off.
Generational
Yeah,
wealth.
yeah.
Generational
Are just
wealth.
like they're good. You know what I mean? When I'm gone and they're doing whatever they want. They might blow it all on sneakers and whatever. Who knows? Fucking in the future, fucking flying fucking cars. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know, that's what I'm trying to do, bro.
Nice.
I'm trying to make
You
that.
do you have plans to leave the city? Do you have a
So the building I live in is family.
Yeah,
and I'm good. I'm good.
So if they said, "Hey, man,
we're all split.
We want to sign you in New York. We want to sign you a deal in New York," you wouldn't out of here?
Oh, I'd be there.
Yeah.
But I could still live here.
You still live here.
Nowadays, especially with music, you can record your shit here and send it wherever the hell you want.
True. True.
But you know,
so the reason I'm asking you love the city that much. Like you don't want to leave. You want to stay.
If I wasn't financially stable, I'm not. It's not that I love the city.
Yeah.
But if I had a place I would want to live, it's kind of sound a little off topic.
No.
I'm really big into wildlife.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm a gardener.
Awesome,
All of a sudden, I realize I'm a gardener. I grow all my own food. You should see my backyard. It's crazy.
So we're doing like tomatoes, cucumbers.
I don't grow tomatoes because I don't like tomatoes, but I grow everything else. I got like 18 types of kale and fucking 4 types of cucumbers and all kinds of peppers.
Dude, I bet you nobody knows that about you.
Yeah, well, people who watch me live on Facebook, once in a while,
we're just sitting at the table outside.
I'm drinking vodka. And I'm like, look at all my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The funny thing about that is I designed my whole backyard because it was barren. It was just grass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, we're splitting all the bills on this apartment. It's basically mine. It's not on paper mine.
No, right.
It's all family.
Sure,
I can do whatever I want. Nobody wants to do it in the backyard. So I set it up for camp, for cooking out and my gardens. And then I decide I don't eat meat anymore. And I'm like, all right, what am I gonna put on this fucking grill?
That's funny.
That's
funny. You don't eat meat at all?
I mean, I eat seafood and chicken once in a while, but I don't eat. What do you put on the grill? Like fucking steaks and chicken.
Yeah, right.
So, but
right.
no, but I'll do shrimp kebabs and shit like that on there. But I said all of that.
Personal choice, no meat. I'm just curious, dude. Just
health.
Yeah. I love meat, bro. I love eating meat.
Yeah, I used to hit Brazilian grill like 2 times a week.
Oh, you cut that shit right off the thing.
No, I just don't do anything Reddit. No.
Well, you ever look at the carnivore diet, dude? Have you heard of the carnivore diet? Like all you do is eat meat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know?
Yeah, and
you're like, I can't grow meat in my backyard.
Yeah, you know, and I look at people that they're dying, men. In particular, dying 70s, 50s. Yeah. My dad wasn't even 60. He had a quadruple bypass.
Oh, wow.
And the Portuguese diet. Call it that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't eat that shit. I can't do it no more.
You know what's funny, dude? I was in the Azores. Everybody there is in their 90s. Figure that out.
Is what?
In their 90s.
Oh, age-wise.
Dude, they're all old. Like, everybody ages there.
Yeah, American diet is just trash. American diet is trash.
That's
if you want to talk age, the Okinawan, look up Okinawa. The motherfuckers are living at like 120, and all they eat is sweet potato. The kind that grows there. And then they just work in their yard.
No processed food, dude. Yeah. No processed food.
They have very little meat, and if they do, it's like a dessert.
Yep. Dude, we grew up with the greatest lie ever, and that was the food pyramid, the fucking triangle.
Yeah,
dude.
That was a whole bunch of bullshit.
All a bunch of bullshit, dude.
Yeah,
and
it's all about money.
Right? It's all about money. We thought we were all eating healthy, but you're right, dude. That's the right track. Grow your own food, dude. That's the best way to do it.
So I grow my own food, and then I just, even though they say the seafood's really bad, with the plastic and all that.
I love seafood.
Yeah, but I can't give that up. You know what I'm saying? So, me neither. So I do that. But as far as living, I would like, and I will follow some of these people on YouTube. That they have basically like all kinds of exotic animals in the backyard, and I'm like big on reptiles. Like I would love to have my own fucking gator and fucking snakes. I won't do, but like giant ass lizards and fucking
Komodo dragon.
Yeah, oh bro, I would love to. And you can get them now in California.
Can you really,
legal.
dude?
Yeah, in California it's legal. So the bacteria in the saliva is what kills you.
Yeah.
They took that out of the saliva, so they're breeding them now. Like it's hit or miss. Like some of them still have it when they breed it, but they're getting good at it, and you can own one.
Those are monsters, bro.
Yeah.
No kidding.
So like, I have one. It's like this big. It's not a Komodo, but I have him on it. He's like about that big.
What'd you name him?
That guy's Frankie. It's Frankenstein, but I just call him Frankie. Yeah. So I'm into that shit. Like I'm into fucking animals.
Yeah.
And but. That's like retirement because now that, like I said, with this, it's nonstop.
Yeah.
It's nonstop. You know what I'm saying? After I leave here, I have to fucking edit a bunch of videos. Yeah. I have to.
Dude, that's where I'm at right now, bro. I'm ready to pay somebody. Like I got Vito here working with me, and even on the social media, and I have a friend who used to do a lot of website and 3D graphic. And I'm like, bro, you got to help me out. Like, I'll pay you. Yeah. I can't do all of this because, dude, I still have a full-time job, and for the time being anyway. Yeah. And I want to be able to do this, and like, dude, I'm so glad you said it earlier. This is what I'm designed to do, bro. This right here. To be sitting there, dude, on the computer and making videos. Although I somewhat enjoy it, maybe a little bit I don't, but I have to do it. I'd just rather pay somebody to do it, man. Like I think if this is going to work, it has to be that way. My sponsors deserve that much. You know what I mean? They deserve the best product that I can deliver. And to your point, if I'm a plumber, then I shouldn't be building cabinets, right?
Right.
You know?
That's the same thing. Like if I'm a rapper, I don't need to be in there making the beat. Yep. I don't need to be in there fixing my vocals.
It's a great point, dude.
You know
and you say, dude, you were doing it, and somebody told you, hey, bro, like you really shouldn't be doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's great to have that kind of feedback to realize, you know what, your talent is exactly that. Rapping,
Yeah.
creating, but
Yeah.
let somebody else drive the boat. You know what I mean?
Like I like entertaining and shit. Like, so like I can do like different characters. I can do different accents.
Yeah.
I can do a real good Southern person.
Yeah.
I can do a Spanish. Or,
You do Portuguese
I
accents?
can do all of them, bro. And like if you give me the fucking get up, I'll put the get up on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but
So you love to entertain, bro.
I
that's,
just like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I can see it.
Yeah, bro.
That's awesome, man.
And unfortunately, where we live, it's a lot harder
Mm.
to do all of that. But that's my goal is just to entertain people and get money that I can make a change. You know what I'm saying?
I believe it, brother. I say it all the time. The money comes. Like if you're doing what you love, brother,
Yeah.
and you're true to what you want, dude, the money just comes. It happens.
Yeah.
It just happens.
I saw a post. Somebody said that today. Actually, it was this morning.
Yeah.
They said, if you're lazy and you just do it sometimes, it's not gonna happen. But
Right.
if you're always doing it and you really want it, it comes.
It comes. It comes. The universe
know?
provides, brother. I believe it.
And I've
I
only
believe it.
really been trying for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, you're a baby in this. Like you got so much growth. There's so much room for growth, bro. Absolutely.
I've always had the studios, but I
Yeah,
actually
but legit, dude. To be like, I'm committed.
I wake
Absolutely.
I wake up in the morning. I
Yep.
have my fucking cup of matcha.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I put the fucking beats on, and I'm reciting shit that I wrote already, or I'm making something new.
Yeah.
And then when it's time for breakfast, I'm posting what I edited last night, a
Yep.
reel or a short, right? So I'm posting it, and then I'm fucking spamming it all over the chat groups I'm in, right? And sharing it and all of that. And then it's around the time that it's family time, so they take care of the kids coming from school and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's husband time. I got to
Yep.
take care of her and all
Yep.
of that, make sure she's got my attention.
Absolutely.
Listen to her, how her day went and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then at the nighttime, it's if I don't have an event or a show and I'm home, it's looking at all this footage I got. You know what I'm saying? And I'm editing it and getting it ready for the next day and start all over.
So you can perform with any performer, anyone. Who is it? You could anybody, dead or alive. You could perform with one person.
Perform with or at the same event?
The same show with, on stage together.
Dead or alive, though? You can't do that. You can't say that because, I mean, dead or alive, I can't. I can't. Ooh. You know what's crazy? You can't say dead or alive, bro. I just say dead or alive. Because I'm just going to go with my first answer, and it's going to sound really wild to a lot of people. And this was before I heard the dead part. So he's alive. The answer that I would say is if you ever watch Lil Pump, if you see a Lil Pump show, and this is just from my experience, and I know there's probably other artists that are on the same level as him. I know Travis Scott's on the same level as him. But Lil Pump is internationally popular, and every fucking show that he does, people are just jumping the whole fucking time, going crazy. And it's packed, like hundreds of thousands of people. So it doesn't have to be Lil Pump, but that's what I want. If it's performing, that's what I want.
That connection with the audience. That's
what I want. I want hundreds of thousands of people fucking jumping. You know what I'm saying? And it could be like a 4 fucking word hook. You know what I'm saying? Are you ready? Let's go. Ready? Go. Are you ready? And I just want hundreds of thousands of people. It doesn't have to be that song, but like,
no, I hear.
You know what I'm saying?
And
if you watch like a Lil Pump, like he says, "I came in with the sauce, bitch on something Rick Ross," whatever the fuck he says. Like it's just nothing. He ain't say it don't mean nothing.
It doesn't matter.
But everybody's fucking like zombies. Like you know what I'm saying? They're just like local maniacs. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. I want that. But I mean, if you say dead or alive, I know you got people like fucking Michael Jackson, and then say, you could. There's a lot of people that. Damn, I would like. Seriously. Because I might want to do a little
Why
bit.
Not,
of that,
dude?
You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
I used to break dance, so I learned some of his moves.
Me too, bro.
But,
Me too. I was quite the breakdancer back in the day. I was tall.
Yeah, but
I could do like a windmill, like a motherfucker.
Yeah. I used to, That's why I grew up. Was breakdancing and shit. So, before I was a rapper, that's my first ties to hip hop and freestyle and dance music. Before I decided I could rap, I was already making stuff to the music. You know what I'm saying? But it was through dance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Anybody ever tell you weren't going to make it?
That I wasn't gonna make it. I get people that tell me
that matter, bro. That matter. Like, I mean, I know social media, but that matters. Anybody ever told you that matters? That, hey, maybe you don't want to do this. Maybe you want to do something else.
That matter?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nah, I don't think so. I remember, my first talent show. It was in 7th grade, and kids that were in that class. Because of social media, I'm tapped in with them, and they're just looking at me like, man, I remember when you did that talent show. I knew you were gonna.
That's
I
awesome.
knew you had it, you know.
Yep.
Or people that just knew me from the neighborhood, and I was the leader of the neighborhood crew.
Yeah.
They're like, I always knew you had something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gassing myself up, but it's just that's how it's always been.
Yeah.
You know?
So how about this? The other side of that is, how about not hearing it from someone that you wanted to hear it from?
That's a good question. Yeah, you got some good. You're really good at this. You motherfucker good at this. Not hearing it from someone. Well, you know how I'm going to answer this question. Maybe I'm not answering it right, but when I did the Kennedy Park Feast, I've always had support from my mother's side of the family, and not one of them showed up. Not even my mom. My mom actually. So I thought it was a different day. I'm not mad, right?
Yep, right.
They've always supported me.
Right.
But my dad's side, who's really never. Literally every single fucking member of the family was there.
Oh wow.
And maybe because it's a Portuguese feast and they're like real old school Portuguese. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So not ever getting it from them was like something like, like what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, but then like actually I saw my padrino the other day, my godfather, and he's like, wow, man, you really good.
I love that. That's
He's
awesome,
like,
dude. That's
hey,
awesome,
you
bro.
do so good up there. I don't like the music, but you're so good up there. And he's like, Tetila, bro, you like it too? Everybody like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, he's telling me like, and they don't know what the hell I'm saying, but they see like all these kids and all these people, and I'm on that stage, and you got the big flat screen TVs, and there I am, like, you know, they remember when they say, hey, estás juiz no cabeça, tu és tu, living, they were all like, you know, like I'm too crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then they say, oh, maybe.
Wow, check this out.
Yeah, maybe he does know what he's doing. You know
dude, entertainment's entertainment. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to like it, but you can appreciate
like,
it, brother.
I don't like that music, but I like when you do it.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome.
So I know I didn't really answer
No,
it
you
like
did,
that.
no, dude. You nailed it, bro. You nailed it. That's important. That matters, dude. It matters. You know, it's funny because I try not to allow negative energy to drive me. Like I try to stay a positive. Like I want to stay like positive.
It's
but
tough.
Dude, I tell you what, bro, that dark energy is so important, dude. You need it. You need it. You need it. You need it.
It's always there.
It's always there. It's always there. Because it's there to remind you, brother, that if you for 1 second put your guard down, somebody will take what you have, brother.
Yeah.
Somebody always wants what you have.
Yeah. Even in putting your guard down is also feeding into it.
Absolutely.
Feeding into that bullshit.
Yes. Yep.
And I made that mistake early on when I first started this journey 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Is I came out and supported a lot of these local rappers and promoters and DJs, and I put them all on, and you know I had a following because I'm already really good at what I do.
Sure.
And no, they weren't.
Right.
Right. And so now some of these people have a buzz nowadays, and it's because they I invested in them.
Sure.
And then one individual decided to have an ego or whatever and make music about me and post about me on social media, and I blocked the guy. And then a friend of mine says one day, hey, you know, he's got a song called "Fuck YaBoI Loco," and then I was like, I don't care. And then a friend of mine who I grew up with that I know doesn't know this guy, just knows from social media, and became friends with him on Facebook because of me saying I'm with so and so, and like, oh, let me be friends with him on Facebook too. They're cool with YaBoI Loco. And that person hit me up and said, hey, look, now I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah, now it's getting loud. Yeah, now it's getting loud.
And I made the mistake as I fed into it. You know, he said something about my kids in a song. Said he was gonna do something sexual with my kids in a song, and the old me came out. I was like, oh yeah. So,
Remember me?
Yeah. So
Remember me?
I waited outside this guy's fucking thing, and I beat the brakes off of him. I had to go to jail for 30 days.
Wow.
And not only was I away for 30 days from my family, but it just brought a dark side. It gave me, even though I look at it like this, it was a lesson, like, because I was able to dead those people that are over there, the ones that don't want to associate with me locally, or the ones that, you know, decided to give statements to the police and they weren't even involved. They were just watching,
right,
you know, and they wanted
right.
to say, oh yeah, he beat him up and he did this. Like, okay, that's what you're about. Okay. But anyway,
yeah.
It was a lesson, many lessons learned. Number one, these type of people are not on my level. I don't need them around me, right? And I should have listened to my girl who doesn't want to be my manager, but she's always seems to
great
be
managerial advice.
She's always
right?
seems to be right. She's like, why are you fucking with these bums?
Yeah.
Why are you at this such and such location with fucking 5 people in the audience? You know what I'm saying? Every fucking Friday.
Yep.
And I didn't listen. But now they're dead and they're not involved in anything I do, right? But the other lesson I learned by deading all that garbage is you can't feed into the negative shit. You know what I'm saying? As soon as somebody comes on my page or anything and says something negative, I just delete it and block. You're gone. You know? And at the end of the day, like, it's not about having yes men around you, but it's if you're trying to do something and you know it's good and it's uplifting and it's positive, you want to get those people like that behind you, more people that see it. You don't want the people that's gonna try to bring you down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, if I'm gonna get critiques, I want it from people that at the same time say you did something good, but hey, why don't you try this?
Right.
I'd rather have that than the ones that say, nah, this shit's all garbage. This shit's all trash. Like, what the fuck you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How old are you now? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You know, fucking. So those people, you just can't feed into it. You gotta go on the people, and it's not yes men, but the ones that
understand, dude.
Understand.
Yeah. You understand what the process is.
Yeah, you understand the process and be like, yeah, that's cool. I like this part of it. I don't like that part, but I like this part. Like, I'd rather listen to that than the one that's just like, nah, fuck you. What the fuck are you doing?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So
stay.
Don't give in to the negativity and the dark side.
Yeah.
Because
it's funny you say that you're in jail for 30 days. I had a very similar situation, and I came out to the same outcome. That although I was defending the honor, right? Like everything I did in my eyes was the right thing to do.
Yeah, when keeping it real goes wrong.
When keeping it real goes fucking wrong, bro.
Yeah.
Like it was something that affected my life, and for a long time and up until recently, no longer affects my life. But I realized very quickly that those quick decisions had really long-term effects. You know what I mean? Like you got to pull yourself out of it. And I think that comes with a level of maturity, brother. You know what I mean? Like you learn to say, I'm not going to make those mistakes because I know what the consequences are. And you may say, well, you're not going to respond. You're not going to, you're going to let them do it. And at the end of the day that is my response. Yeah. Like you don't matter. You don't deserve it. You don't get my time. You don't get my time.
I spent those 30 days, right? And I hadn't been sentenced in 10 years or something like that. I hadn't really, I might have got arrested or whatever, but I hadn't been sentenced. I hadn't really been to jail in a long time.
Yeah.
Close to 10 years. And I spent those 30 days and I found this book. It's called Think Like a Monk. Think Like a Monk, right? And it's about a guy who he left school and he went to a monastery to become a monk. And he actually went through the whole process. Right, and then he ended up coming back to America, and then by the end of the book he's telling like how it affects his life now. Sure, going through that process of trying to be a monk. Right. But what I picked up from the book is you can't control what other people think. Right, the only thing you can control in life is how you think. That's it.
It's true.
Simple as that.
It's true. That's profound, dude. People don't. Yeah.
If somebody walks through this door and says "fuck you, your boy Loco," it's like now I could say, "Yo, fuck you too," and all I can control is that part.
Right.
Or I control and I can laugh.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I learned in that. In that.
But that's harder now, bro, because the level of passive aggressiveness that's on social media.
Yeah. It's always there.
Right? Because,
dude, Satan doesn't sleep.
Memes galore, dude. You can meme something and people inadvertently throw in backhanded, right? And so it's so alive out there and it's so hard to, back in the day, you just turn your cheek and not, I don't care what they say. Right. But now, it's to your point, dude, this guy wrote a rap. He literally took the time to write this all out.
Silly.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's different. Although I just think it takes a little more inner strength and, I think understanding of what the consequences are. I think that's really what it comes down to, bro. Right? Because, dude, you don't want to be in jail ever again, dude. You don't. Right? Your kids, it's just a shitty situation, and you realize that, like you said, dude, the devil the devil is always knocking, brother. The devil is always knocking, brother. Absolutely. Yeah. Listen, we could keep going, and where are we at, Vito? What are we doing? How are we doing for time?
We're at over an hour and a half.
That's perfect, dude. You want to go downstairs and grab a drink?
Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I got my own table down there.
Oh, really?
For sure, dude.
You're VIP here?
VIP here, bro.
Oh, shit.
Well, because, I pay rent. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. They're actually cool. They put my flyer in the window.
Dude, they're awesome. Kevin's a great guy, dude. They're great people. I have absolutely... Steve, who's the real estate. Have you seen the Portuguese real estate?
That's my guy, bro. Steve
Mello.
Mello. I was going to say DeMello.
Dude, I love Steve Mello. As a matter of fact, we're working on some... I can't say anything. Anyway, but I'm going to have him on the show. He's the one that I rented. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So, and then with Kevin and
so
just awesome people, dude. Just awesome people to work with.
Paiva?
Downstairs, for TAs.
Kevin Paiva?
Is it Paiva?
No,
it's not Paiva.
I'm trying to
think. It's not Paiva.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see him downstairs because he's downstairs. But we'll go down there, we'll have a drink. Yeah. And dude, anybody in the audience, dude, TA's restaurant right on South Main Street, dude. You're not going to get a better Portuguese meal out there, bro. It's delicious. Awesome.
If you still eat meat, no, I'm just
yeah, right. Meat. They got fish down there too, bro.
No, they got the good fish.
So, dude, I want to, dude, thank you so much for being here, dude. And just being a part of this. This is
definitely.
This is my dream, bro.
I got to come back and do that politics.
Yes, you're going to come do the Disgruntled American podcast.
Only because I know politic people watch that.
For sure,
so
dude.
You can. I want to be the guy in the middle because I'm really not a left or a right.
Perfect.
I'm a just.
Perfect. I'll even let you pick the seat you want, bro.
I'm anti-establishment,
Yeah.
And
I think most of us are today, dude. Yeah.
And I'm independent media. Independent media. All my news comes from YouTubers. And,
yes, me too.
You know,
dude, I find X is the new best way to get information.
Well, I do YouTube.
Yeah.
Only because there's more of this setup.
Sure.
A lot of this.
Yeah.
But I'll watch the.
You do podcasts at all? You listen to podcasts at all?
Nah.
No.
I stopped.
Yeah.
I try to.
Yeah.
I like listening to hip hop artists interviews.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And realizing the similarities that I have with some artists. You know, like I have a friend of mine. He says, Why do you rap like that? You know what I'm saying? Why you rap like that? I said, Have you ever listened to Shaggy speak?
Right.
Have you ever listened to him speak?
Dude, he sounds white.
Yeah.
He sounds white. He doesn't even
I mean, it's a lot, but then he does that.
Yes.
But if you listen to him talk,
yes.
So
absolutely. I've heard that. I'm blown away.
Many things that and that's what I've listened to. When I do listen to podcasts, it's usually like hip hop artists interviews.
Gotcha.
Or things that I'm trying to accomplish or get to.
Yep. Or the Bobby Couto Show.
The Bobby Couto Show.
Yep.
Did I say Cootie again? I think I just did.
I'm gonna get the T-shirt that says Cootie right across it.
Hey, bro. Let me get half the royalties.
Loco, bro. Thank you so much. I want to shake your hand, brother. I want to thank you so much for being here, man. It really means a lot to me. Vito, thanks for sitting in today, dude, doing sound for us.
Man, Vito.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. Everybody, if you haven't done so already, go over check out the website, thebobbycoutoshow.com. Hit us up on the email. I'm gonna be booking a lot of guests. This is gonna be like a constant fire going. So if you're interested in being on the show and you want to be a part of this, hit me up, thebobbycoutoshow@gmail.com. And we'll get back to you right away. But other than that, this is the beginning, dude. This isn't going to stop. Keep it going, it's going to keep it going, dude. Now I get the space. I'm a little dry in here. I have to still hang pictures up. And, I was at the Azores, and I know you and I spoke before I left. And I know we committed the time, and I'm like, there's no way I'm rescheduling. I want to keep the time. So I busted my ass to get this at least to this point, so you and I could sit down and have this conversation, bro. Because I understand, dude, I appreciate you, and I know how busy you are, and you're out there doing it. And I didn't want to slow you down in any way, shape, or form. So first, I want to say thank you for being here today, dude. Not only were you here, bro, you were here early. Yeah. And if you don't mind, bro, I'd like to treat you to at least a drink or something downstairs. We can hang out and shoot a little bit. But other than that, bro, I thanks for being here, man.
Of course.
All right, bro. And to everybody, I appreciate you. Always remember, all roads lead here. Peace.
TSH, man.
She like my look. She like my walk. She like my fit and how I talk. She call me suave, sabe, homo. She be like Pape, I'm like Mame, no more. She like my look. She like my walk. She like my fit and how I talk. She call me suave, sabe, homo. She be like Pape, I'm like Mame, no more. Got that it fact that don't sit past it. Put that cat up on my lap, so cold my wrist fragile. On Fifth Avenue, don't buy the store that's cat. She do a little something with a tongue ring. Got me like, gotta take that home. Hot talk like I want shit, cause I'm bumpin'. Watch me dance up on this throne. I'm talking real smooth. Baby, now tell me you love me, I do what I do. Baby, now tell me you love me. She be like Ti Amo when I follow. When I bite that cake on sight, let me hit on the down low. When I got you, anything you want, I buy. She like my look, she like my walk. She like my fit and how I talk. She call me suave, sabe, homo. She be like Pape, I'm like Mame, no more. She like my look, she like my walk. She like my fit and how I talk. She call me suave, sabe, homo. She be like Pape, I'm like Mame, no more. Baby, let me run through when I come through. She obsessed by the way I flex. She got hit with a 1-2, now I can't move. She feeling on my jeans, what's next? Pulling out them fat stacks, money last long. Blue face shirt smell like oh. Don't care about your boyfriend, you can call him and dead, that man is over. She like my look, she like my walk. She like my fit and how I talk. She call me suave, sabe, homo. She be like Pape, I'm like Mame, no more. She like my look, she like my walk. She like my fit and how I talk. She call me suave, sabe, homo. She be like Pape, I'm like Mame, no more.